not adjust your TVs or your internet or whatever. I am a Cubs fan. We are kicking the Sox's ass this week at the Crosstown Classic. Yes, it did storm and bring down trees in Chicago. And the worst natural disaster is the beehive is in Chicago.
I do not know him, Beehive. I don't associate with him. I
The
will no smoke.
beehive is in Chicago, and neither rain, hail, snow, or Beyonce's afro could keep them away from the show last night. It rained like crazy, and they hung it out. Had their ponchos. Some of them didn't have nothing, and they sat through a 2 hour delay, which was already pre-announced, while it rained like hell. But in the meantime, it's episode 48 of What the Fellas Think. And I'd like to announce the creation of our Facebook page. It's called What the Fellas Think. Jump on Facebook and follow us. Just got started up. More content to come. Keeps you informed. We'll be posting shows on there. So yeah, we're just adding on to our media presence. We also already got the Instagram page, which is doing quite well. YouTube, which is doing great. Bunch of subscribers, bunch of followers, plenty of likes, video likes. So you might as well join the in crowd. Consider consider it the beehive of cool people. You know. I'm your boy Roy. Unfortunately, our partner Jeremy is not here today, but we will carry on in his spirit. We'll catch you next week, bro. Oh, so before I introduce that guy, I just like to say, the podcast is overseen, watched, and blessed by my man Roy Tiger Brown. We still miss you. We still love you. Keep resting in peace, brother. Brandon, introduce yourself.
But yeah, y'all already know what I'm about to say. I'm Brandon. I'm the passionate one. When we get into these topics, it get real juicy for me. I get real passionate about it. So hopefully y'all entertained, inspired, and informed when y'all get done with us. And
Exactly.
definitely like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you didn't hear him, he's going to remind you at the end of the show. But let's kick it off. Just a little light news. Major League Baseball has decided to lift the ban for Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson and a few others to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. Personally, a couple of years ago, I would have been like, no, put him in. But now I'm like, you know what? He did what he did. It was a disgrace to baseball, both of the two gentlemen that I named, and they don't deserve it. But obviously, Major League Baseball doesn't want to go the way of the NBA, so they're adding a little spice to it by lifting the ban on people that, if you ask me, disgrace the game. Oh, and by the way, we're back. It's the summer. Roy Island iced tea, paradise in the bottle. Get you some. But yeah, so they're lifting the ban on people that disgrace the game of baseball to make them eligible for the Hall of Fame. And of course, they'll get in. But me, it's like you did the punishment, do the time, deserve you did the crime, do the punishment. There's no, hey, when I was a kid and I got put on punishment for 2 weeks, they was 10 toes down. It was 2 weeks. There was no good time for parole. They gave them a lifetime ban for betting on the game, betting against the games that they were playing. And I don't think that deserves any type of reward. Just my personal opinion. Like I say, years ago, I was an advocate for Pete Rose to get into the Hall of Fame, but common sense took over. He doesn't deserve to be there. You got a comment on that, Brandon?
Oh, I definitely do. To me, I think it's uh 5 or 10 years too late. I mean, I get he did something that's very disgraceful for the game, but that man is he got Hall of Fame numbers. And if you're going off of the greatness of the player, I think he deserves to be in. It's just like I feel the same way when it comes to Barry Bonds, even though Barry Bonds is a entirely different situation with the steroid issue and all that. But I feel their legacy is bigger than that in my eyes because I feel like their talent on the field, even though tainted by the outside stuff, I feel like that should stand the test of time for them. They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Just my quick thoughts.
We can't all be right.
Yeah.
No, it was just our opinions. He
Mm.
has his, I has mine. I wonder what Jeremy would say if he was here.
You know he
But
gonna fall in the middle. He gonna fall.
you know what? That's right. I'm the bad guy. You're the good guy.
Right
He
down the
doesn't want
line.
to. He doesn't want to stir the pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so moving on. There's this new trend that's going on. It's to me it was amusing, but now it's gotten real tired real quick. Parents are punishing their kids by making them do Drew Hill drills.
Oh, wait, whoa, Lord, hold on. Not me.
So
I ain't got nothing to do with
so now so now they
that.
have a song called "Tell Me," and there was a video that went along with it, and they had a dance step. I'm not gonna do it. Google it. And so now there's videos popping up everywhere of kids. Their form of punishment is to do these. Some have a set number of Drew Hill drills. I call it. So yeah, just Google the video, official video for "Tell Me" by Drew Hill, and you'll see the step they do. And I think it's stupid, especially when you're putting your kids in front of the camera and you're posting it on social media. That's really I'm sure down the line there's gonna come some type of what am I word looking for? Some epidemic or whatever of kids being affected by performing in front of the camera. And that's a perfect segue to our first topic, performing in front of the camera.
Wait. Let me get my opinion on that first.
All right.
Before we jump into the hot stuff. I just want to say that when parents do that for their kids and put them in front of social media, it reminds me of the pageants, the little teenage pageants, the little girl pageants. The mothers would be all up their kids, you know what, and just overbearing, and the kid never has a real childhood. Basically, he's just a product, and that's the crazy time that we've come into. Whether it's the pageants, whether it's social media, we do all that just for attention and likes. Definitely a trend that need to end.
Yeah. Once you see it, now that I mentioned it, you're gonna start seeing it a lot. It's one of those things. Um, yeah. Speaking of performing in front of the camera,
Here
the
you
the
go.
the Diddy trial has gotten underway, and their first witness for the prosecution was Puffy's ex-girlfriend Cassie. Um, Cassie, just to give her a little backdrop story, was signed to a label and her numbers weren't doing well. Diddy bought her contract and actually signed her to a 10 album deal, I believe. And she only released like maybe two or three singles. And believe it or not, the best one was just like a mixtape song. I encourage everybody to Google Must Be Love by Cassie featuring Diddy. Great song. But it seems that she her music, her talent wasn't the reason why he signed her over. So we're in this trial, and right now, Sean Diddy, Puffy Combs, Love, whatever you want to say, faces 5 criminal counts. One count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. And the trial started out kind of slow, and there's so much to talk about this, but I would say right now they've proved maybe one of the racketeering conspiracy, whereas he was forcing her to engage in acts with the threat that he would release the videos if she didn't continue to engage in such acts. So my big takeaway, I'm going to mention this and I'm just going to take a step back, was listening to her testimony, well, or reading the transcripts and her being real descriptive of all these sex acts she was asked to perform, sleeping with male prostitutes, uh, 4 day long sessions, sounded like unprotected sex, uh, the baby oil, the urination. I mean, so I say that to say this. I wonder, is this the first time her husband heard all these details, and what does he think of her? I'm sure he had some inkling of there was some real kinky shit going on, but to finally hear details, like, man, you didn't tell me about the urine in the mouth. I've been kissing you, what the fuck? Saw him a couple of times being escorted out of the courtroom, not escorted out, but leaving the courtroom voluntarily, and with his dark shades, and he had a real intense look on him. And I'm sorry, that was my main takeaway. I mean, the hearing the details and going, whoa. And now this guy, he's wifed her, and she's freaky and nasty like this. And not to say she was a natural born freak. She could have been turned into one, but I'm not making any accusations, but there is a phrase about turning a hoe into a housewife. And I'm gonna leave that at that. I think she went along with it to avoid the beatings or whatever. I think she was trapped in a situation. People are like, well, why don't you leave? It's easy to say that. But I think she was trapped, and especially by a guy with so much influence and power and control. Even if she'd have ran, the things he could have done to her from far away. So it's like you stick it out until you find a good out. Real weird, crazy shit. This trial is expected to last 8 more weeks. And as today is Friday, the 16th, May 16th, her testimony wrapped up. And now, upcoming next is two former members of his all girl group, Danity Kane, which there have been stories of not sexual, SA, got an SA, and just heinous things of acts of power. So I'm glued to it. I wish it was on TV like the OJ trial. But Brandon, let me hear what you got to say about this.
I'm not gonna do. Let me just say this first off. I'm not gonna do any woman bashing or anything like that. But I think it's very damning when you read the text message exchange between the two. Now I get it. You're abused. You're abused. You're abused. You're gonna do some strange stuff. But when you tell them, "Oh, I'm always down for a freak off," like I get it's maybe it's some manipulation behind that. Maybe you try to just please him because you know how he is. But that makes it that makes it look very damning for her claims in the $20 million lawsuit before the charges. That looks very damning to me. But I will say this: if you thought you was a freak, you ain't got nothing on Diddy. But I'm just
Well, I would say this. I would assume, and this is just an assumption, that she responded in such a manner just to go along with it.
yeah, that's what I mean. Because I know it gets dicey when it comes to being abused. I understand that, but I don't think they've proven anything other than he is a definitely her abuser, definitely a person that is has a thirst for power. Like he likes demonstrating that, and he definitely a freak. That can go out the window. He definitely a freak. But all the things that she went through is very graphic. I mean, for even friends in our family to hear, and our husband to hear you having multiple UTIs and the antibiotics stop working. That's I'll have to leave the courtroom too. And you forgot to mention his kids left the courtroom as well when that stuff started to come up with the male strippers and all that. That's a
Rubbing his cum
yeah,
on his nipples.
yeah. It's like
Oh, don't forget the Tootsie Roll.
it's like I can't understand how you have all this. Well, there are sick people, but I don't understand you have all this money, all this power, and all this access. You can't just chill. I mean, like you gotta take it to this extreme. You gotta have all this chaos going on, and I'm sure it's other people involved. Andrea Day, I think is her name. Oh,
Audrey
what's
Day, yeah.
uh from the from
Danity
the
Kane.
group Danity Kane. She's gonna testify next, and I don't see how he comes out of this court of public opinion wise. He is nobody would want to deal with him because I mean I'm gonna look at you the same this way in a disgusting manner because of this stuff. And then if he is prosecuted for this, he shouldn't see the light of day either. I mean, to me, I feel like he's worse than R. Kelly. like, like if we want to compare apples and oranges, but he's definitely
I don't know. The fact that you adults and minors is apples and oranges, and I think is more heinous to be engaging in with minors. But no, that's
mm,
another discussion.
mm,
Right now, and with the next two witnesses coming up, all they're gonna do is prove is that he's a sick man, nothing
mm.
illegal. So they really need to step their game up if they want a guilty verdict. In my eyes, he's guilty. I mean, I've heard so many stories, so many tales. In my eyes, he's guilty already. But
Mm.
that's just the court of public opinion. It's the court of law that he needs to fare. But
I I don't think he'll ever recover from the court of public opinion.
oh no, I was just gonna
Ever.
say
Yeah.
his career, his 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 money making influence is out the window as of right now. If it wasn't already,
I think there are other people, not just him involved, that are part of this as well, though.
I mean, but he's the mastermind behind it.
True, but I think everybody should receive the same punishment though, because I'm
No, now,
sure.
now you sounding like Nino Brown. If I'm
No,
going down, I'm taking everybody with me. It's
I'm
much
sorry.
bigger than me.
I'm sorry, but I don't care if you just a driver in the situation. You know what you was bringing them to do. Like, come on, man. Yeah, nah, I feel like it shouldn't just be one person receiving the punishment because you all know what's going on.
True. That's
Like,
just like
yeah,
with R. Kelly.
yeah.
He had people, transporting or bringing or getting the
Mhm.
fake IDs. Everybody was a part of it and wanted to be a willing participant, as long as the money was rolling. And when the money stopped, oh, then they want to write tell-all books
Mhm.
and and squeal. And it's not so much they squeal; they they wanted immunity.
Well, I hate that too in the R. Kelly situation because some of them parents, you need to be locked up too. Because when them payments stop coming through your account, then you want to talk. But
That's it.
forget the traumatic stuff your daughter going through or your child was going through. You didn't care about that. Them checks start coming, man. I'm telling the world. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing long as them checks come. It's just like I feel the same way about and it's a different subject, but Tina Turner mama, like with Ike, like she sold her out quicker than a dude at the gas station selling blue squares, like or loose scales. I'm sorry, loose squares. But just like come on, man, like that stuff is ridiculous to me. Like it should be a sense of honor and morals, and that
Now,
just get
see,
lost.
I wasn't even thinking about the parents, but that's a good point. I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking about the people within his camp. But yeah, that mentioning the parents, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different demographic. The person that's supposed to nurture and protect you is sending you off to
Yep.
get peed on too.
Lord, forgive me for laughing. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we got 8 more weeks of this, and all we can do is sit back and watch the outcome.
It's definitely gonna be entertaining.
Man, so my my next question is was Diddy using that Grecian formula to dye his hair, and now that he don't have access to it, he's looking like Grady from Sanford and Son, or is this whole trial stressing him out? You muted, brother.
You forget he old, man. That man look look rough.
Well, he's about what, 55, 56. That's
Yeah,
not old.
but he looked 70.
Yeah, I guess the stress of this trial is really getting to him.
I don't think he can get out of this clean.
No, no. Well, and not to point fingers or make accusations on anybody else. Russell Simmons, who's been accused of a lot of things too. He moved to Bali where there's no extradition laws. So that just goes to show, abuse of power with money, and then turning tail, and then hiding out. So yeah, abuse of power. But also in the world of hip hop, or Oz as we call it, Tory Lanez stabbed 14 times. Both lungs collapsed. He's still alive.
Stabbed in his head too, man.
Ooh,
Yeah,
hope he
very
wasn't
graphic.
hope he wasn't popping that shit. So at the same time, a statement was released, I believe it was by his bodyguard, saying that he was the one that shot Megan Thee Stallion,
Mm.
which the court dismissed because obviously in their eyes it was a ploy to take away the focus on Tory
Mm.
and probably get him out, and then provide the bodyguard with a payday because he's the money maker. You do the time, I'll take care of the family, I'll take care of you. But it
Well,
didn't work.
he also mentioned the other lady, Kelsey or Kelsey. I think that's how I'm saying her name, right? Or Casey, whatever her name is. But he's also mentioned that he saw her shoot the gun as well. So it's kind of conflicting stories. So he wouldn't be credible in the in the court anyway. I just feel like the DNA evidence though is inconclusive. They both show gun residue on his hand, but they could have been close, uh, being in close proximity of the gun being fired. So they couldn't really prove to me that he shot the gun. It's just basically he said, she said. Uh, Megan Thee Stallion said he shot him. He shot her. That's what it is, and that's how I feel about the case. But it's kind of effed up if it comes out that she lied and this man is now in jail. was fighting for his life. Now he's in recovery, going through this. He'll never be the same, and it's all based on a lie, and that's crazy.
Whoa. Are you saying somebody's in jail that doesn't belong there? They're falsely accused and they're in jail?
Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of. It's a
No.
lot of. It's a lot of. I throw some stats out. I'm just saying. Ain't it crazy how we make up 33% of the jail population? A little over 33% of the jail population, but we only make up 14% of the U.S. population. So I don't understand how the hell that happened. How the hell we're good? We're 1/3 of the population in jail, but we only 1/10 of the damn
Right.
population, and that's crazy. But then people love to talk about, oh, I don't want to gear this towards something else, but they be like black fatigue. Like y'all always complaining. It's the numbers will speak for themselves. We can do the same crime, but I'm gonna do 2.5 or 2.6 times the amount of time in jail. You gonna get out before
A
before
famous
me.
Kanye line is Jerome would do a lot more time than Brandon.
Well, hey,
And in that song, he Dark Twisted Fantasy album, he's alluding that the black male charged with the same crime as a white male would do more time.
which is true, which is
Yeah.
true, and no great debater out there can deny numbers. Look them up. Yeah, that's the
And
crazy
and I
thing
and
about
I
it.
and I dare you to debate against Brandon. Brandon is a master at debating. He is a masturbator.
Only on Saturdays. I can't do it on Lord's Day. I can't do it on.
I just had to throw that one in there. I saw it coming. I had to throw that one out there. Just my fifth grade potty humor.
What do you think? If it comes out that Megan Thee Stallion lied, or it is a lie based on a lie, what do you think happens then?
I I struggle with the fact that I hope that that's not true. Uh, she is a pretty good entertainer, and I would hate to see her go down for something so stupid. Well,
What can she be charged with though? Just lying. What can she be charged with?
Jesse Smollett or Juicy Smollett, he lied about being attacked and all the man hours that went into the investigation. They could do the same thing to her. All the
Oh,
time and effort, money put into the
hmm.
investigation. It wouldn't be real serious time, but I think she would lose her credibility. I think she would lose the respect of the fans.
Yeah, I think in the court of public opinion, she gonna have a different light on her. But to me, I just think if it comes out that she lied, I think her first step should be an apology to not the world, Tory Lanez, because now I don't know if he's a great guy or not, but jail will change you, or prison will change you.
Yes.
So that man now has a life altering event in his life, being stabbed 14 times. So that's just my
He,
thoughts on that.
he gonna come out acting like unique in his accident. He ain't gonna get no fucks. But yeah, I would rather at this point it be in fact that he did do it, but he's lobbying for his innocence, as opposed to her lying about it and putting the man in jail. There's too much of that going on. It happens all the time. And I bring up a story from years ago that still resonates with me. Um, a black football player
Mhm.
was dating a white girl. She accused him of rape. he lost his scholarship and then went his future, only to come out later that it was a lie. And there was a good 4 or 5 years that passed before it came to reality that it was a lie. So you can't give him his scholarship back. You can't give him his time back. You've basically turned him. I mean, it's a bad situation, but a bad situation can turn a person into a worse person. I don't know what became of his life, but I know his potential life was robbed all because of a lie. And
That's
and
it's
again, you know
so
what? I don't think it's about color. I think it's about lying. That all a woman has to do is say, "Hey, he hit me," and let's say you're a shared household. They're gonna tell him if they don't see no bruises. Well, both of y'all can't stay here tonight. Guess who they kicking out? They kicking dude out. You know, it's just it's sad what a lie can do. Sometimes lying is a great thing. It gets you out of trouble, but you you just got to remember your lie. No, but no,
that's the
you
hard
gotta
thing.
you gotta remember your lie. You gotta remember the truth because it happened. You can recall the truth. But yeah, it's happened so many times. It's just a sad situation. Um, And we can. I hope he recovers well. I hope he can write a good song or make a good album out of it. How long he's got 10 years, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
Hmm.
So 2032, because he went in jail in 2022, right? I believe that's the year he went in jail, 2022.
Yeah, plus time
Yeah,
served. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I just hope the truth comes out, whatever that truth is. I don't want Tory Lanez version. I don't want Megan Thee Stallion version. I just want the truth. That's yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, Forrest Gump. So moving on.
It's bubble to you, fella. Bubble.
So moving on. President Trump. Um, hmm, it's funny. Let me start with this. When he won his first election, people refused to acknowledge him as the president. They would just call him 45 or 44, whatever, 45. And now I'm hearing President Trump, President Trump. So it's like it's quickly how you can be so defiant about something and turn around and just I don't know, just renege on your stance on things. But anyway, he's doing a little tour of the Middle East and to visit 3 countries. And part of his trip involves going to Qatar, not guitar, Qatar, in which they've promised to gift him a plane to retrofit as Air Force One. Now, just kind of go into a little bit. Boeing is the manufacturer of Air Force One, but they've fallen behind on manufacturing. I don't know why he feels the need to upgrade so soon. I mean, if it was questionable about the stability of the current Air Force One, keep in mind there's 2 of them, then, they would be grounded. But yeah, he's so adamant about getting a new Air Force One while he's in office that Qatar is willing to gift him a plane of equivalent. Of course, it needs to be retrofitted, and he's going to accept it. Not only is he going to accept it, once it gets retrofitted, and it's going to take over $1 billion to retrofit it. Once his term is up, he's going to add that to his presidential library. So basically, it's his own plane. He's on an episode of Pimp My Ride right now, and I
Yeah.
got to I got a quick video I want to share with that.
To you now about President Trump saying his administration is willing to accept a plane from Qatar's royal family. The value of that plane is estimated to be at $400 million. There's also experts say the taxpayer cost of retrofitting that plane with top secret technology and safety features to make it usable as Air Force One, as would be the plan. That is estimated at up to $1 billion. Lou Jacobson from PolitiFact joins us now. So, Lou, the luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet would be used as the new Air Force One while President Trump is still president, and then this plane would go to his presidential library after his term ends. Now, all this has led to some backlash, even among some Republicans, not just about the price tag per se, but also about what may be the constitutionality of this. So, you've been talking to legal experts. What are they saying about this?
Yeah, so first I should mention that the deal is not final yet, so we don't know if it's going to go through. But assuming the president does pursue this, legal experts told us that accepting the gift would violate the Constitution, which says no person holding any office of profit or trust shall, without the consent of Congress, accept any present emolument, office, or title from a king, prince, or foreign state. Now, this clause, according to the experts I spoke to, was designed to keep foreign nations from gaining undue influence on the U.S. We did hear some diverging views on whether the gift would qualify as a bribe specifically, but we did find wide agreement that it would be seen as corrupt or trying to buy influence with Trump.
So if that prevailing view of the legal community is in fact right, that accepting this gift would at the very least be unconstitutional without the consent of Congress, is there any likelihood that anybody would actually be able to stop this thing or try to?
Yeah, so I mean, right now the reporting is that the Attorney General Pam Bondi has signed off on this being okay. Even if the Justice Department under her were to have a change of heart on the substance of that matter, it's still a longstanding rule that the department wouldn't prosecute a sitting president. Then turning to the judicial branch, critics could sue in court to stop it, but they tried similar kinds of lawsuits during Trump's first term for different things. And the track record of these first term lawsuits is not really too promising in terms of what they might bring this time. Finally, there's Congress, the third branch, but the GOP controls both chambers, and there seems to be little desire in the GOP caucuses to take on Trump over this issue, even though there has been some scattered verbal criticism from a few Republican members, and certainly from Democrats, but the Democrats aren't in control.
All right, Lou Jacobson, we'll be watching this. I did see some experts saying, even if the plane was accepted today, this could be years away because of all the retrofitting. So we'll keep watching it. Lou, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. That they will. So I had
just not to get sidetracked, but I saw at the top of there it says dating from the find your soulmate from the Philippines.
Yeah, I saw that
too. I'm sorry, it threw my eyes off.
Yes, it did. No, so I did have a photo that I wanted to share of that article in the Constitution that the gentleman spoke of, but I don't have it handy right now. Bad Roy. But yeah, they said the time that it would take to retrofit it, it's just like, it's like he plans to retrofit it and then leave the office. Like it won't be in use. It's just like he's setting up for his retirement. And also, I've been watching the news a lot, and they've been saying that this is probably also a ploy to get political favors on Qatar's part. So Jeremy mentioned his last episode, like most of the major deals are made on the golf court. So here they are. It's probably some ulterior motive to gifting him this plane. So we'll see. Time will tell.
I know for a fact nobody's giving away a $400 million plane or investing $1 trillion in a country just to do it. Like there's no way that's gonna happen. Like people don't realize that there's some ulterior motives. And in a photo, where he recently went to Saudi Arabia, I believe, or Pakistan. I'm sorry, I believe it was Pakistan. One of those countries he went to. He was standing next to people who kill U.S. soldiers. So, like, I mean, I don't understand the interior motives here, or the why people think this is not wrong and no way. There's some people who don't give this money away, billions of dollars, and they're gonna expect something in return. And you got a president that's definitely gonna give it to him, but he gonna tell you something else to dress it up. They like dressing it up. I feel like they're controlling the media right now, so they control the opinion, and people just
Well,
eating it up.
in this quest to balance the budget, whatever, and him defunding and shutting down government agencies, this kind of goes totally against everything that he's doing at this moment to purchase that plane. Well, to receive the plane and retrofit it with $1 billion worth of equipment. Again, it probably won't be ready till after his presidency is over. So I guess he looks at that as his future personal plane. You know, he's gonna call that Trump One.
That he ain't paid for, taxpayer money paying for.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's something because he donating his presidential salary. I just don't understand the way of the world. I tell you.
Man, that this presidential salary is chump change.
Mm. And really, if you think about it, it's really could be a write off for him.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So,
he used to say Trump is a very savvy businessman.
mm.
Yeah, he's shut down a whole bunch of businesses, but he knows the laws. Why he wasn't reporting his income tax records is because he knew he was finding every loophole. I think when they released his tax records, he only paid $700 in taxes, and he doesn't want everybody to know that he knows all the loopholes because then they're gonna be like, well, what? Like one of them, and I've said this before, he buried his ex-wife on his property. Now it's considered a cemetery, so now he doesn't have to pay property taxes on Mar-a-Lago. Real smart.
That's yeah. But it's just like our governor here, Governor Pritzker, taking the toilets out of his house. All
Yes,
billionaires, all billionaires know the tax codes,
and now
and
it's considered uninhabitable
uh,
because there's no toilets, but yet he still writes it off. Yeah.
that's yeah, that's the crazy part, man. The system wasn't made for to be the employer or the worker. It's made for the billionaires and entrepreneurs, leaders, per se, to make as much money as they possibly can, and they
Mm-hmm.
doing it. They doing it. If you want to educate yourself on how the system works, definitely watch or read the book. My what is Rich Dad Poor Dad? By that's a good book. That's a good book to read. That's how they do
Or just watch the popular '80s show Dynasty.
it. You better off watching Mash. That ain't gonna tell you nothing.
So it's funny. I'm not trying to. Uh, excuse me. You ever watch the show Key and Peele?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So I've been seeing little snippets, and I watch that show religiously, and I've been seeing some stuff that I'd never seen before. So I started from season one of rewatching that show,
Mm.
and it came out in 2012. It is still timeless. It is still hilarious. Great show.
Yeah, all the sketch comedy shows. Well, in Dave Chappelle era to Keenan and Peele era, that's always gonna stand the test of time. That's why SNL is
So
still SNL.
SNL is garbage. and I am a local. I am a loyal watcher of SNL. It it's hit or miss.
Hmm?
That's why I never watch it live. I'll watch it the next day so I can fast forward through the bullshit. And one sketch I'm always gonna watch is the weekend news. That's funny.
Yeah.
There's been times where that's the only sketch I've watched because everything else is just pure garbage. But still a loyal fan. Like I said, hits and miss. But anywho, on to the next subject. All I know is they high. Eggs are high. Orange juice is high. Oh, let me get to tell you about orange juice. So we know that there was last year there was a big storm in Florida. So it destroyed a lot of their oranges. And I know you guys heard this before, but work with me. So they lost a lot of their crop. But at the end of the day, the orange juice business is still going to try to make their money. So what little they have, they've upped the prices on the orange juice. And I love orange juice, but I'm starting to notice the lack of quality. So my favorite is Florida's natural Florida something. Damn, what's the name of it? Florida's natural. Excellent juice. For some reason it's hard to find right now. So I'm forced to drink Tropicana. All right, cool. Tropicana, popular brand. But I like pulp. When I say I'm hardly getting any pulp in my orange juice, it's not an understatement. So they are really cutting corners on the quality of orange juice. And I think I need to fall back until they grow some more damn oranges.
Hey, I knew you were such an advocate for orange juice there, but
You know what? Let me tell you a little story. Growing up, I didn't live with Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, you know, and we had a hard time. Orange juice was a luxury. The basic necessities, eggs, bacon, bread, whatever, always there. But if my mother felt the need to splurge, if she had a few extra, couple of dollars in her pocket, she would get things like orange juice, ice cream, stuff like that. So to me, orange juice was a treat. So when I got my first place, I was just like, got to keep orange juice in the refrigerator. So to me, yeah, it's just orange juice, but to me, it's a big deal. To me, it represents the struggle and not having a struggle anymore. So yeah, yeah, but I love my juice.
well, I don't love orange juice that much, but I understand. I understand. At
What you
$10 a
love?
bottle, that's
You
too
love
much.
grape soda, orange soda.
Nah, the
Nah,
crazy.
this is,
No, what's crazy? I found drinking the. I thought I was, being healthy, thinking drinking the zero sodas, but it's really the same thing. So I'm just like, man, I gotta cut
yeah.
all that out. I gotta cut all that out.
I drink the I guess what you want to call it. The fuck. It's water, but it's got a hint of flavor to it. So it's not, sugar added. Those products like liqueur water, LaCroix, I think it is water. I drink those as a substitute sometimes because I need that flavor. Okay, am I frozen or are you frozen? You just gonna pause here. Am I frozen? You frozen? There you go.
Sorry, my having power issues with the storm here, so
Oh,
my
okay.
Wi-Fi went out. So that was me there. Do apologize, but I got it quickly. Yeah, I'm using my hotspot now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I thought it was me.
No,
So
no, no, not you, not you.
so you didn't hear the main
It's
things
that
I
cheap
said about you.
ass. No, no, I ain't hear nothing. I ain't hear nothing. Right? But they'll tell me later in the comments.
So look, we
I
going
wanna.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we jump into our NBA subject and sports subject all in general, I want to discuss a story that I recently came across my eyes today. It's about a soccer player, Salvadorian, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's a soccer player, Jackson Rodriguez, and his house was broken into, and his 5 year old and his wife are in the house, and they get kidnapped. And guess what this man is doing? He's hiding under the bed, and I just can't. I can't fathom how you could do that as you hear the screams of your kid and your wife. And I feel like that's not the manly thing to do. I mean, you're gonna have to take me out. That's what's your thoughts on that, brother Roy?
Bitch ass. How are you the man and you're gonna allow your wife to be kidnapped, your child to be kidnapped, not thinking of the unspeakable things that they can possibly probably do, and you stay there and do nothing? Now, I know if he'd have got out and tried to fight, maybe he'd have got killed. All right, so what? You you just can't do nothing.
Yeah,
So
I don't
yeah,
get that part. And the hide under the bed. Like that.
right.
Like, when the police got there, it's like, where the wife and kids at? They took them. And we was just like, I wouldn't even feel right
Look,
saying that. Like,
the baby or the wife saw him under the bed and they figured that was a good place to hide too. So they start crawling and he's doing this, shooing them away. Find your own hiding place. Well, he ain't saying that. He's like,
oh,
yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry. I go back. I go back to Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie would say, manhood is just dying. Like, I mean, you got to be willing to fight for something. Like, if you living for nothing, you gonna die for nothing. You got to be living for something. Like, that's just crazy. I just wanted to, that quick
no.
little story of
I
what
totally
I saw
forgot
today.
that we talked about that on the pre-show or the warm-up,
Mm,
and I totally forgot
yeah.
about it. But don't you said you had a picture to share.
Yeah, I do have a pitch. I do have a picture, but I'm gonna let the audience see that off screen. Off screen. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When this video is posted. Uh, on to the NBA, where it's been definitely shocking to me because I was expecting the Cavs to compete and come out, man, and hopefully make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Nuggets are in a dog fight in this series. And
3-3.
it's definitely yeah, it's definitely excuse me, the most exciting series in the playoffs so far. It's been OKC and Denver Nuggets, so I'm definitely intrigued to see how that goes tonight. Hopefully,
So
Nuggets.
correct me if I'm wrong. In the East, it's the Knicks versus the Pacers, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and that's
Oh,
the
I'm
East.
sorry. The Knicks are playing the Celtics tomorrow night. It's
Oh, that's right.
game six.
I'm sorry. It's not
Game
over
six.
yet. It's not over
Yeah,
yet.
it's games.
I mean, I guess we consider it over since Jayson Tatum is out, and
Yeah.
they're just fighting. They're like, you know what? We're already here. Let's keep fighting.
I mean, you could feel the sadness in the arena when he went down. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel the sadness in the arena. It was, I mean, you could hear a pin drop. That man was in pain. And people don't know you rupture your Achilles. I mean, it's been 4 popular occasions. I mean, Kobe ruptured his and still shot a free throw, which he
Yes.
crazy. He's crazy. That man is literally crazy. I don't know if his pain tolerance was through the roof. Jesus. And then Kevin Durant, of course, then recently Damian Lillard, and now Jayson Tatum. Those are the 4 I can remember off the top of my head with his injury. And they all have come back to some degree. Damian Lillard, not so much. And Kevin Durant kind of like Yeah, he's kind of like falling down a little bit after that injury. And
So
of course, Kobe
yeah.
retired.
So yeah, Celtics are hanging on by a thread.
Mm.
Um, definitely not the playoffs that everybody expected. A lot of surprise injuries, and not only that, we get the announcement that Michael Jordan is coming back as a commentator, and I've been trying to process that. I'm like, are we gonna get the honest assessment Mike, or are we gonna get the arrogant Mike, or are we gonna get a little bit of both?
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I think a lot of
I don't
I
know.
think this is a ploy by the NBA to get the viewers back because I'm curious as to what he has to say, and I'm definitely going to tune in. So yeah, it does have my interest, and great job on the NBA for coming up with that. They probably had to throw a real nice payday at Jordan for him to do that.
Oh, if Fox is paying Tom Brady 300 million, they paying Jordan something crazy, which it
Right.
ain't been released yet, but it's something crazy.
So I would think one Jordan doesn't need the money, but he'll take the money and basically saying, "This is what you guys owe me for all my years of service." So I'll come over here and talk shit. You gon' I wouldn't be surprised if it's a billion. I
Mm.
would not be
I would
surprised.
I would love to see him and Charles Barkley together. I think that's a hell of an interaction.
I think Kim and Mike had a falling out, and they're not on speaking terms anymore. Um,
Oh well.
but yeah, I would love to see them on live TV, kind of just throwing jabs at each other.
Yeah, I
I- I'm
think
I'm sure I'm
Charles.
sure I'm sure he has something to say. They might not be on the same program, but Charles gonna have something to say.
Yeah, you know it. The way he go at Shaq, he'll go at Jordan.
Yes, indeedy. The NFL schedule's released. I'm don't think I'm going anywhere this year.
Why you say
No,
that?
I just I don't I've that's how I feel right now. It's like everybody wants to go to Vegas. We already been to Vegas. Um, I was thinking more of Washington, see the Commandos play, but yeah, I think I'm gonna sit this year out. I'm not traveling this year.
Yeah, I was looking at their schedule for the Chicago Bears. Definitely they have the second toughest schedule in the entire league. They play 8 playoff teams, and their division is already a gauntlet as that is. So I'm not. I think I would love for them to win 12 games this year. I would love for that and make it to the playoffs and be significant in the playoffs. But I don't know. Just tossing it. My hopes ain't high. I ain't placed no bets. My hopes ain't high. Having the second toughest schedule, only the Giants, which I think the Giants are gonna go 1-16 at best. No disrespect to Russell Wilson, but whoo, y'all might y'all might be in trouble because
So
y'all record.
the Bears do have some high profile games. I think they got two Monday night football games, if I'm not mistaken. Their schedule is really high profile. So I guess they're expecting big things from the Bears organization this year. One Sunday night game, I think a Thursday night game as well.
They got a Black Friday game as well against the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a lot of prime time on their schedule, so I think the NFL is expecting something. Hopefully, they can live up to it because I'm expecting something too. I'm expecting something too.
Yeah, expecting like
Mhm.
Christmas morning, you wanted that GI Joe doll or that GI Joe action set, and then your mother got you the. It wasn't out then, but the Timu version of GI Joe, Army Jack or some shit, because it was a few dollars
Nah,
less. Army Jack.
I'm gonna say it like Tupac. Expect me like you expect Jesus. No, 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 no. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm expecting it like that. I got high hopes for that. I got high hopes. Well,
We shall
maybe we
see.
can do a local game. Maybe we can do a
Uh,
local game.
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I know we've been talking about it for a minute. Let's put
Mm.
let's put plans to action.
I'm down with it. It's just, we'll get we'll wrap about that offline, but y'all
Yeah,
definitely hear about it on the podcast.
and we'll definitely take pictures. Show you we're there. Oh, my only thing, I'm 100 or nothing.
Oh yeah, I already know. I already know we're dealing with you. I already know. I already know.
Call me a diva, my own little beehive. Shout out to the beehive in Chicago this weekend. Want
Once
y'all to
again,
go.
Beehive, I want no smoke. I do not associate with Elroy or Roy Nasty. I'm just on the podcast. I want
And
no
while you in
smoke.
Chicago, you gotta have you gotta have Uncle Remus chicken, and it's best to get it at night.
They gonna be on your heels. I tell you, they gonna be on your heels.
They don't want this smoke.
Yeah, okay. It's a lot of beehive and only one you.
That's all. A gorilla versus one gorilla versus 100. Yep, bring it.
Yeah. It's gorillas that like Beyonce too though.
Yeah, it is some big burly motherfuckers. But no, I'm over here choking. Yeah, I gotta again shout out my team, the Cubs. We're doing pretty well this season. They comparing the numbers to 2016, and our record, the current record now, is better than that of the year that they won the World Series. So hopefully that means something.
Well, hopefully y'all lose this weekend.
It wasn't today.
White Sox fan over here proud, even though we're the worst organization in all four major sport. Well, three of the four major sports. I say we got the worst ownerships.
Look, we could do a White Sox game
Oh, this okay.
because the tickets is cheap as hell.
Yeah, $5 you sitting up front.
Right. Shit. $5 and you got a hat, you can play.
They might need you. They might
Right.
need you.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll go in neutral colors. I won't even wear my navy blue.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of you Cubs fans there already. So
Oh yeah, we feel the need to help to fill the seats. What do we got next? What's next? What's next?
fun facts.
I don't have any this week. I thought I was gonna be more prepared this week. Uh,
It's cool because I just wanted to have my fun facts about the NBA on this day. On this day, the legendary Magic Johnson had his debut in the NBA Finals. On this day, one of the most iconic performances too, where he dropped 42, 15, and 7 assists. So he did his thing on this day. Jordan was named Rookie of the Year on this day as well, May 16th. Allen Iverson dropped 52 points in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Toronto Raptors. The Warriors swept the Washington Bullets at the time in 1975 on this day. And Rick Barry was named the Finals MVP. And the last one, Roy get a kick out of this. On this day, the New York Knicks upset the Miami Heat. They were the top seed at the time, and the Knicks was the 8th seed. And they end up blowing them out the water.
The whole series or just the game?
The whole series.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What good did that get them? When was the last time the Knicks had a championship?
I'm gonna go with never.
No, they did. I want to say back in the 70s.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a New York Knicks fan, so somebody educate us out there. But those are my fun facts for this week.
Okay.
You wanna go into the gentleman's corner?
Of course I do. Again, I love the content that he provides. Great stuff. Let me
We're getting into a topic that's all about elevating your environment, getting rid of things that may be holding back your grown man game. Now, if you want your space to reflect confidence, maturity, and style, it starts with knowing what doesn't belong anymore. That's why in today's video, I'm going to break down 10 things every man needs to get rid of from his home. I'm going to help you clean up, level up, and create a space that reflects the man you've become. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your style OG. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any or all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Alonzo Hunter, salute. Now, first up on the list of 10 things every guy needs to get rid of from his home, I have a common mistake us men folk tend to make quite often. You don't want to have old mismatched furniture. If you want one of the quickest routes to make your space look sloppy and unintentional, have old mismatched furniture. When your furniture looks like it was collected from a college dorm, hand-me-downs, or a garage sale, it sends the message that you haven't fully started adulthood. A well put together space with cohesion and intentional furniture reflects confidence, maturity, and an attention to detail. And here's the thing, your furniture doesn't need to be expensive. It just needs to look well thought out. You want to make sure you're building a space that reflects the man you are. So get rid of that clunky futon or those saggy hand-me-downs. Upgrade your space, upgrade your mindset. Now we need to talk about a juvenile expression you definitely need to get rid of. Please get rid of those random posters, especially the ones held up by tape or thumbtacks. This shows you fully haven't graduated from your college days yet. As a grown man, your space should reflect your personality with purpose and style. Posters with band logos, movie quotes, or bikini models might have been cool at 19, but right now, not so much. It's time to elevate. If you love the art you have on the wall, here's a compromise. Frame it. Better yet, invest in some real art, photographies, or prints that reflect your current taste and tell a story. A grown man's space isn't just about what's in it. It's also about how it's presented. So please, ditch the dorm room look. Now, next up on the list of 10 things every guy needs to get rid of from his home, this is a mistake I have to cop to I've made more often than I'd like to admit. Are you holding on to an old beat up mattress? Not only does it wreck your sleep, decreasing your energy, affecting your mood and your recovery, it also shows a lack of care for yourself or anyone who might be sharing that bed with you. A grown man takes pride in creating a space that's comfortable and supportive, and that starts with where you sleep. If your mattress is lumpy, stained, or over 7 to 10 years old, time to get rid of it. Upgrade to a mattress that supports your health and reflects your maturity. A real man respects his sleep and his health. And if you've decided you do need a new mattress, it only makes sense to grab one from the most awarded mattress brand. Today's video sponsor, Helix Sleep. Helix aims to change the way people sleep by bringing customization to the category, offering individually personalized custom-made mattresses, pillows, bases, and mattress toppers. I was in need of a mattress topper. My wife likes to sleep on a soft mattress, me on a firm. And we also have challenges with it being too hot or too cold. That's why I selected the Helix Dual Comfort Mattress Topper with Glacial Text. It's a dual comfort mattress topper. It has a firm side with durable support with premium quick response foam. And the soft side has a plush and supportive gel memory foam. On top of that, it comes with Glacial Text, a cooling cover that pulls heat away from your body, ensuring the optimal sleeping temperature. Absolutely love the personalized comfort with dedicated soft and firm sides. And after trying out this mattress topper, I understand why Helix Sleep is the most awarded mattress brand out there. Now, because you're a member of the Stylogy family, you're eligible for an exclusive offer from Helix. Just visit helixsleep.com/thestyleog. You'll get 27% off site-wide and a free bedding bundle with any Luxe or Elite mattress order. So if you're looking to elevate your sleep game, make sure you hit that link in the description and grab your individually personalized sleep solution today. Now, next up, we're gonna get into something you need to get rid of that's definitely a pet peeve of mine, especially aesthetically. Please get rid of the cord and cable clutter. Tangled cords and cables are a small thing that make a big impression, saying you don't have control of your space. As a grown man, you want your space to reflect order, intention, and polish. A whole mess of cords behind your TV, your desk, or scattered around your home instantly can make your place look unkempt and sloppy. It doesn't matter how nice your setup is. If the cords are messy, your vibe is off. So cleaning them up with cord organizers, clips, or wireless solutions. It's a subtle move, but it speaks volumes. A well-kept, orderly space shows an attention to detail. And a grown man, he always handles details. Now, next up on the list, it's time to move into the kitchen. I need you to get rid of that cheap peeling cookware. You see, cheap peeling cookware has no place in a grown man's home. If your pots and pans are beat up, the non-stick coating is flaking off, or they're barely holding together, it's time to upgrade. Not only can this be unsafe, it also shows you don't take much pride in what you have and what you serve. A grown man should have a set of cookware that's reliable, clean, and built to last. And you don't need to spend a fortune. Just invest in a set that looks good and performs well. Whether you're cooking for yourself or someone else, your kitchen should reflect, I've got it together. So when it comes to your cookware, ditch the junk and upgrade. Now, next up on the list of the 10 things every guy should get rid of from his home, got another thing you should have left behind in your college days. Time to throw away those random cups and mugs. You know, the ones from corporate giveaways, college events, or sports promos? They might have been convenient back in the day, but nowadays, that's just clutter with a lack of class. As a grown man, your space should reflect intentionality, not an accident. Drinking your morning coffee or offering a guest something in a cup with a faded logo or a cringe-worthy slogan, that doesn't exactly scream maturity. When it comes to your kitchenware, including your cups and mugs, you want a set of drinkware that reflects your grown man aesthetic. Simple, quality glasses and mugs elevate your space and show you care about the small things. So please, when it comes to your glasses and mugs, ditch the mismatched sets and make sure your kitchen reflects the man you've become. Now, next up, it's time to move into the bedroom and the bathroom. Are you holding on to worn towels and linens? Huge mistake. It shows you might be a man who hasn't recently upgraded his standards. If your towels are frayed at the edges, thin or stained, or your sheets feel like sandpaper, time to get rid of. A grown man desires comfort, cleanness, and a touch of class when it comes to his everyday routine. Fresh, fluffy towels and smooth, high-quality sheets, these are so underrated. And not only do they feel better, they actually say better as well. They show you take pride in how you live, not just in how you look. Whether it's just for you or someone staying over, quality towels and linens make the right impression. Toss the tired and worn out stuff and step up to grown man comfort. You deserve it. Now, next up, we're headed back to the kitchen. Please get rid of broken or unmatched dishware. If you're talking about a silent detail that speaks loudly, that says this man hasn't grown up, broken or mismatched dishware does that in spades. Those chip plates, cracked bowls, or random glasses, time to let those go. A grown man should invest in clean, cohesive dishware. This shows you care about presentation just as much as you care about function. Here's the thing, it doesn't need to be fancy, just consistent, clean, and cohesive. Whether you're eating solo or entertaining guests, your dishware should show the same amount of pride you take in your style. So please ditch the mix and match sets. A grown man serves meals with class, not chaos. Now, next up on the list, we're headed back to the bathroom, and something people often overlook, especially us guys. that lead to a hidden mess. Please get rid of those expired toiletries and meds. That old crusty toothpaste tube, a cologne you haven't worn in 5 years, or a painkiller that expired 2 years ago, gotta throw those out. A grown man keeps his bathroom clean, current, and ready to serve his current needs. And here's the thing. Outdated products might not only be useless, they also can be unsafe. And let's be real, if a guest opens that medicine cabinet and sees chaos, it speaks volumes. So refresh your grooming game, clear the clutter, and make room for products that actually work. Clean bathroom, clean image. That's how a grown man wants to think. Now, next up on the list, we have something that's very easy to overlook. That's why I wanted to make sure I remind you to pay attention. Have you held on to old stained carpets or rugs? You want to talk about one of the quickest routes to making your home look tired, dirty, and neglected? It's those old rugs. A grown man knows the power of a well put together environment, and that includes your floors. The old rug with the mystery stains or frayed edges is throwing off your whole vibe. You see, rugs should add warmth, style, and intention to your room, not make people wonder what happened on them. You want to upgrade to something that's clean, simple, and that elevates your space. And the rug doesn't have to be expensive. It just needs to be presentable. Because when your home looks refined, it makes you feel more in control. Grown man living means knowing when to roll up the past and take a step forward. Okay, so there you have it. 10 things I believe every guy needs to get rid of from his home. Now do me a favor, let me know in the comment section anything you believe I left off that the Stylology family needs to toss. And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, I highly recommend you check out a recent video I did about all the things women love to see in a man's bachelor pad. You can check it out right here.
Stylology.
Just want to say, I ain't a bachelor, but I'm gonna just say the broken dishes one. There's always your favorite dish. it may be run down, ragged. Like every single man has had that favorite dish. Whether it's your cooking noodles bowl, your cereal bowl.
You put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Put it in the bag.
Now, I will say to the medicine cabinet one, why is my guest in my medicine cabinet in the first place? That's another thing. But if you got outdated medicine in the you definitely need to throw that out. That's just not good. That.
So I'm all about organization. And when I saw the medicine cabinet organizer, I was like, So I might be hopping on Amazon after the show of my game. Because the one thing I try to do is get rid of the boxes. And that's what I got. Like Theraflu, I always keep me some Theraflu. It's a Theraflu box, but the display that he had or showed looked like you could put it in slots and just grab it. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking into
that. Yeah, I mean you gotta have a neat cabinet, yes, but man, you shouldn't be in my medicine cabinet at all. That's my business. It's my business.
The furniture thing, I agree. The poster art, I agree with that.
Yeah, so on that one.
So I have a room. It's my office / music lab / collection area. So all the eyesores are in here, and that's one of my projects over the weekend is to reorganize that, clean it up. I started doing some stuff earlier this week, and I ended up throwing out a lot of stuff. Some stuff I needed to upgrade. Like I got a laminator, and it stopped working on me. And I was just thinking about upgrading. So when it stopped working, I was just like, I spoke that into existence. So yeah. I'm gonna wait till is the Amazon day, or that's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, the Style OG, to me, he ain't never wrong.
Yeah,
Kind of sets you on the right.
Some things I agree with. So he definitely on the right track.
We are headed to the record shop.
Oh yeah, record shop.
Yeah. So, what do you got for us this week?
My record is DMX Damien, and my album is hot, it's dark, and hell is hot. So that's definitely an album for people who don't know that the Rough Rider anthem is on that album. So definitely a hot album, iconic album too. And my song is Damien because it speaks to that one dude who you think is your friend,
Thought I was your
but he
man.
really, yeah, but he's setting him up. He's setting him up basically. Just he getting leverage over him. He didn't have that. If people who listen to the song, he had him kill his mans in there for him. And like he said, I think the line goes, it's either I got you or you take my right hand. And I'm like, dang. And he kept repeating that to him.
Right. You give me
And
right hand. It's what you said.
and it's for people who don't know, that's a 3-part to that. So it's definitely DMX is one of the greatest storytellers you can ever come across when it comes to rap. I mean, he definitely he'll make you. He's one of those artists, rare artists, that will make you laugh, cry, and pray with him and laugh with him and everything. So it's definitely awesome. That's my two there. DMX, Damien, and it's dark and hell is hot. Great album.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little different today. Um, the artist's name is Basha, Basia. The album name is Clear Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
It's like new age jazz. It's real mellow. It's real soothing. I got put onto this years ago, and I could listen not so much straight through. Towards the end, I started skipping, but definitely a relaxing album. If I'm doing a long road trip by myself, that would be the first album I play as I exit out the driveway or whatever. Or I've done it on a couple of flights too. It's a great album. Uh, Clear Horizons is the name of the album, and Go For You is the single that I choose off of the same album, Clear Horizons. I really, I suggest you Google it, go on YouTube. It's a great album. I've been listening to this over 20 years now. Just a all around great album. Enough
I
said.
like that.
Yeah, but you definitely need to check that out when you get a free minute.
I like that. I definitely you have to send that to me and I can write it down. That's definitely something I want to check out. My
Okay.
music taste is all over the place. So no, I
Oh,
love all
mine's
music.
too.
Yeah. Now the
I'm gonna hit.
only one we disagree on is that monkey song of yours, boy. I ain't
Man,
bringing
you
nothing like
know what? You know what?
that.
I'm gonna send you a few songs of theirs, and you be like, you know what? You'll be like, okay, I can see this. This is dope. It's I like music, and you got to get past the beat and listen to the lyrics. Now, if the music is great, you winning. But if you listen to the lyrics, and a lot of people don't listen to the lyrics, like "Hey Ya" by Outkast,
Mhm.
the music is upbeat and happy and everything, but it's actually a sad song. And he even throws it out there. He said, "Y'all just cheering. Y'all just." He said something. Y'all don't hear me here. It's actually a sad song, but you gotta really invest in it. But yeah,
I like that, fella. I like it. Now we got to go into our affirmations. And we want me to start it up?
yes, sir.
My goal with affirmation this week is pretty much always our motto: inspire, entertain, and inform. But one thing I want to center around is definitely growth and healing. So it's some things that I read that I thought were very interesting. So I'm gonna read them to y'all. You can book the flight, switch cities, block numbers, change your hair, your clothes, your routine. But if you haven't faced the wounds buried underneath your silence, you'll meet them again. Very powerful. So definitely things you don't be afraid to face. You know the things that you flaw. Be able to self assess what you're going through, your emotions, your traumas, and try to heal from them like we do every day. Definitely myself. I every morning before I even go into work, I say a quick prayer. I say a quick thank you. I don't really ask for nothing, but I just say a quick thank you because the opportunity to just be out here and be able to provide the opportunity just to be able to grow, be patient, and have experiences is grateful. The one thing I've always learned as a kid, even when you're complaining, somebody is praying for the life you do have right now. So you may think you're in a bad spot. It should be in a grateful spot. Uh, my next one is pretty much cut and dry. Whatever you're not changing, you choosing. So you can choose. You can choose between the pain. Basically, you want the pain of working out every day, developing your body, or you want the pain of your body being run down, broken down. So choose your pain on that. And that's my affirmations for this week.
Okay. So my affirmation for this week for this show, I try to do personal affirmations every day. My affirmation for the show this week is the most powerful commodity you can have is not money or influence or power. The strongest commodity you can have is friendship. Um, and I think it's self-explanatory, but I could go a little deeper into it. You know, when you have people in your corner, through the good times and the bad, you're not alone. And you can have nothing, but the power of friendship, they might have the item that you need. So with friendship comes unlimited resources, followed by genuine love. So the strongest commodity you can have is friendship.
I had an old school tell me if you can count three legit friends that you can call at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're a blessed man. So I definitely like that.
I saw that post earlier
Mm.
today, and I'm sure with anybody that pays attention to it, they start thinking like, who, and
Mm-hmm.
I I am fortunate enough to say, without a shadow of a doubt, I can think about at least right now, off the top of my head, five, maybe six people that I could call 30 in the morning. And there's probably more, and that's a great thing. But yeah, it's questions like that that make you stop and think, who?
You're a blessed man. Huh? Blessed man.
Yeah.
Another another fun week of what the fellas think. Definitely
Oh yeah, awesome.
entertain and inspire.
And
and Roy,
get your Roy
and
Island.
we ain't hear one Roy nasty or bring up Brittany Griner this week. So we starting a trend. We starting a
I'm
trend.
done with that. I've moved on. I've moved on from that. That's old news.
Okay, growth and development. I see growth and
Yeah.
development.
Right now, my target for the week is the Beehive.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you know. Don't call me at 2 a.m. Then I don't want no smoke with them.
It was
Nah, but
terrible. There was weave and glitter all over the place. It was terrible.
and you had to listen to Beyonce 12 albums in a row on repeat.
You know what? I'll be honest. I love the first one. And one of the songs I don't like is Crazy in Love, the one with Jay-Z. I think she got plenty more songs on there that's actually great. Me, Myself, and I is great. Just, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I just like the first album. I just like the first album. Yeah.
You almost got walked into a corner, fella. Almost got walked into a corner.
I'm not going there. I mean, I ain't got nothing nice to say. I like the first album. Hey, but look, yeah, this is another great episode. Episode 48. Jeremy's here in spirit. Jeremy's here in spirit. Like I told you before, we just made a new social media platform with Facebook. It's What the Fellas Think. Follow us. It just got started, so it's kind of bone dry, but we will be adding content on there real soon. And like Brandon said, I hope today we educated, inspired, and entertained you. And I'm gonna let Brandon finish it off.
Well, like the saying goes, be entertained, inspired, and informed. Another episode of What the Fellas Think. You like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, we enjoyed y'all. Hope you enjoy us.
Until next time, number 49.